It's 7 o'clock on the 8th of December. Welcome to Quizmas. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this festive pub quiz. We'll get going at 7:30. Now, I've got myself a lovely mug of mulled apple juice, which has been cooking on the stove for this past few minutes, perhaps half an hour really. Is that too much? All of the recipes I looked up online said about 10 minutes. But it wouldn't get the juice to boil in 10 minutes. So I don't know. Oh, that's very good. How are we all? Now, here's what I want from you, folks. I want you to be doing something Quizmassy. Whether that's the same as Christmassy, I leave up to you during this quiz. I can't play music because I don't have a license from PRS to do that. But I highly recommend opening, for instance, Spotify or another YouTube window and putting some music on in the background. My recommendation is if you look up the Salvation Army's Christmas playlist, that's got at least an hour of music, which I think you should have on while the quiz is happening. Obviously, you're going to want to adjust the volume levels. The other thing that you're going to be wanting to doing is to head over to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz812, tiny.cc/ftpubquiz812, because that is today, the 8th of December. This is our last quiz of the year. This is why we're doing Christmas today. But don't worry, I will be back in January. Don't quite know when yet. I think it's the 3rd week, but I'll have to double check when all my plans are. Still, I am very much looking forward to today. And hello already, a couple of you have signed in. Hello, Devon-born Prince of Peace. Hello, Team Devon. The rest of the team have turned down Devonite, Devonito, presumably, Adoremus as a name. What is the reference? I don't get it. Trying our best and happy to be merry and bright. Hello. And hello, team. Yes. Very mysterious. Oh, it's sweet, sweet, happy holidays all. I thought you were just going with S. And the team Hello from Finland have given me another word to say. Lumilihti. Lumilihti. All right. I'm going to assume that is Christmas themed, but it might not be. Let's find out. Lum. Maybe that's something like lumen. That might have something to do with lights. That's as far as I can think. But again, it's Ugro Finnish. All bets are off. Lumilihti snow lantern. It does have to do with lights. That's lovely. Snow lantern. Hello, team Lumilihti. And various colors being brought around. Hey, hello all. So tell me, how are you Quizmassing? Do you have yourselves a merry little drink? What's going on? Ryan Melgro tells me, when you say Adoremus is Latin for "Oh, come, let us adore him." I see. Clue 19, it is indeed Quizmas. We will get going in 26 minutes, 2 rounds plus a picture round as ever. For now, all that I need from you is to go to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz812. That's tiny.cc/ftpubquiz812 and sign up your team name. Meg Plant is studying for a final exam. Everyone say good luck to Meg Plant in her final exam. Hello, Manta Corgi. Welcome back. We've not seen you for a few weeks. Lovely to have you for this Quizmas-themed quiz. I don't know what I can tell you, really. I've got some pasta for after this. I didn't really know what to do on for a Christmas-themed quiz, but I went to there's an Italian deli around the corner, which I'm very fond of, and they have started selling their best sellers pre-packaged, which is very clever of them. And they do very good ravioli. And they've got one that I haven't tried yet, which is a truffle ravioli. That's what I've got for my supper after this truffle ravioli. Very excited. And a bit of cheese on top of that. Meg Plant says, how are you spending the holidays, Felix? I will be spending them with my family, and I'll be going down early to avoid the Christmas rush, because they are shielders. Hello, wishing you all a healthy and happy Christmas season, which is Hlu19. We all wish the same to you, Hlu19, of course. And hello, Memoirs of a Festive House Mouse. Hello, Team House Mouse. Welcome back. We haven't seen you in a while. That's a lovely green and red theme coming up here now. Green and red is such a difficult color scheme to balance. I don't know if any of you ever need to balance color schemes, but certainly it has at times been a part of my life to need to come up with a Christmassy themed this, that, or the other. And there's something about red on green that gives it a kind of 3D effect. I mean, I suppose that's why 3D glasses... Ooh, is this true? Is that why 3D glasses, the old ones, not the ones now, but the like 20th century papery ones, one side was red, one side was green. And do you remember you could get 3D magazines? I used to get 3D dinosaur magazines for a little while there. There were like kids' dinosaur magazines aplenty. I'm sure there still are, or whatever the equivalent is, like apps or something. And they would come with a pair of 3D glasses so that you could look at a Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton in all its glory. And I remember distinctly, I think you had to get a few to collect a skeleton. There was an element of each skeleton in a few different issues of this dinosaur magazine, which would have been called something like Dinosaur le Magazine or something, I don't know. And they were glow in the dark. And after a while, you put together a glow in the dark dinosaur skeleton. Does this mean anything to anyone? Does anyone here recognize the idea of putting together a glow in the dark dinosaur skeleton that you got in a magazine? Meg Plant says, I find it easy if you use dark green. Yes, indeed. Hlu19 just submitted 4 assignments. Well done. Paula Brett says, I have to say the green and red is looking more spooky horror movie than festive, but we're doing our best. Well, the two are not mutually exclusive at Christmas time, of course. Dark green, Hlu19 says, well, as we have established in previous quizzes, I appreciate there's a couple of teams who are just coming back. We have established recently, folks, that there is no such color as dark green. Doesn't exist. Hello, Rimley. And plenty. And Hannah Wallace says, happy almost Hanukkah. Happy almost Hanukkah to you too, Hannah Wallace. 22 minutes until we begin this quiz. All I need from you now is to head over to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz812 and tell me whether you found some Christmas tunes, something to put on in the background. Let us know. Let us know if you have a recommendation. Maybe we should get a playlist going. That's an idea. If you've got a particular favorite Christmas song, or even just appropriate to the time of year song, pop it in the chat and let everyone else get together a Christmas playlist. Hi, Nikki. Lovely to see you. We will get going in 21 minutes. So in my mulled apple juice, I have got a bit of lemon peel, a bit of lime peel. I was going to have grapefruit peel because I had a grapefruit in the fruit bowl, and then I went to get the grapefruit, and it turned out that I did not have grapefruit in the fruit bowl. I lied to myself. I've just remembered I have a pear. I could have put pear in it. What a fool. What an awful, awful idiot, Felix. You could have had pear in your mulled apple juice. Oh, well, never mind. I've got cinnamon. I've got star anise. I've got nutmeg, but nutmeg powder, I think I should have put it on after because it floats to the top, doesn't it? That was foolish. and a bit of honey. Hello, Nicholas Lyndhurst, and some ginger. Hello. Buller Brett says, Dominic the Donkey. I don't know why. Is Dominic the Donkey a song? Or possibly Dominic brings presents in Paula's house. Clue 19 says, the Bruce Springsteen Santa Claus is coming to town live version. There's an idea, folks. Go pop that one on the list. Samashati says, we only listen to heavy metal versions of Christmas songs in Finland. If there is a playlist out there and you would like to share with us a very heavy metal Christmas, I'm sure there are many of us who would enjoy having that on in the background, drowning out my droning. Meg Plant is a big George Michael Last Christmas fan, right? We've got a good Christmas playlist. I'm going to trust you all to go and build this YouTube Christmas playlist or Spotify Christmas playlist. Let us know if you are doing that. Steve Schlebeck says, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Steve, we all want a hippopotamus for Christmas. That is not news. Every week of the year, I've been saying, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. You know me going on about it. Is that a song? I assume that's a song. Marley was dead. Brackets, excited about doing this quiz. Excited to have you doing this quiz. Of course, that sentence that you're referencing as Marley was dead to begin with, which is an incorrect sentence. The sentence should be to begin with, comma, Marley was dead. Dickens got that one wrong. But that's okay. He's very popular and we'll give it to him. Well, exactly, Rimley. I'm on your side. We all want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I mean, I'm surrounded by water. I have so much room. If there's one thing that I have, it's room for a hippopotamus to not just live, not just survive, but thrive. I reckon a hippopotamus going up and down the marina, especially a festive one with maybe a bit of tinsel in its ears, would really perk the place up. Hey, folks, if this was a regular pub, I'd be going around with some kind of Christmas decorated jar or jug saying, please drop money in the jar or jug. And you can do that by going to ko-fi.com/Felix Trench, coffee.com/Felix Trench. The quiz costs £2 per player. So head on over to coffee.com/Felix Trench, £2 per player. Clue 19 says, my English teacher says, don't go by Dickens for any grammatical accuracy, as he was appalling at that. Well, fair enough, but that is the only reason I go to Dickens. When I ask myself, now what is the correct grammar? I open my Great Expectations and I ask, what would old Chas Dickens do? Where would he put the apostrophe? And that is my guiding star in terms of grammar. Hannah Wallace says, our parents had some great Christmas vinyls when we were growing up, but inexplicably, one song on there was Little Heads in Bunk Beds, with a father preparing his children to meet their new mother. I've never heard that one. I suppose Christmas is a time of renewal. And in your case, in your song's case, the family is renewing itself for a new member. It is renewing the position of mother. We'll get going in just over a quarter of an hour, folks, just over a quarter of an hour until this quiz begins. Sam Shatter says, if anyone wants to look up the heavy Christmas songs, they're under the title Raskasta Julua, which is a joint project by a bunch of musicians. They're Finnish mostly. I think we do. Let us know, folks, if you have got Raskasta Julua on your playlist at the minute. Let us know, and let us know what you think of Finnish heavy metal Christmas songs. Thank you, the people there. If you head on over to ko-fi.com/Felix Trench and drop £2 in the bucket per player, occasionally my computer will make a little bling noise, and you'll know that it's gone in. Hannah Wallace says it took years for it to sink in. We were teenagers and suddenly going, what was this about? But a lot of those older songs are frequently, I mean, I think the word creepy is very much the term here. Now, there's one Christmas song. I mean, there's quite a lot of Christmas songs I find scary, and I like them for that. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, I think, is terribly, well, it's a threat, isn't it? Hello, Quiz Pro Euro. Welcome back. Lovely to have you on this festive quiz. 15 minutes, everyone. 15 minutes until this quiz begins. What are you drinking? What are you eating? Let me know. That was someone. You might have heard that. Ba-ding! 22 people here and 3 thumbs up to you too. Oh, Meg Plant spent 28 years of her life not realizing that I Saw Mummy Kissing Santa Claus was about a mum kissing the dad dressed up as Santa, about the mother cheating on her husband. That is certainly how I am now going to interpret that song. I saw Mummy kissing Santa Claus. It was traumatizing. Why did that happen? Headley Knights. Hello, Headley. August Burns Red have a great metalcore Christmas album called Sleddin' Hill. Another one for the lists there, folks. Metalcore Christmas Sleddin' Hill. A few other people also just realizing that that particular Christmas song. 14 minutes, everyone. 14 minutes. Nick James says, so Felix, with this coat, Team House Mouse wants to ask, who is the murderer? I was going for Dickensian caroller, but yes, I suppose there is an element of detective. The murderer is, of course, Christmas, coming along to murder the year, as it does every year. Comes in on the 25th, absolutely guts it, and then we have to have a new one. The year that we don't have Christmas is the year that we can finally continue and go straight into the 13th month. Asta is eating rice porridge, which is a very Finnish thing to eat during Christmas time. Tell us more about the rice porridge, Asta. Is that, now we have rice pudding here. Is that similar? Rice pudding is a dessert made of, well, there's a specific kind of short grain rice, and then I think condensed milk is used. Paul Brett says if it's Dickensian, and someone has definitely been murdered. Multiple someones have been murdered and then inherited. All I want is to be that lawyer. I want to play that lawyer that Pip meets in Great Expectations. Just be there going, what's his name? Pirrip. Mr. Pirrip, you have inherited. I think that part, which is a part that you see quite a lot, isn't it? The inheritance lawyer is a trope. Oh, that would be a lot of fun to make your signature character. Wouldn't it be great if the same actor played the inheritance lawyer in just everything? And all TV and film was connected by the shared universe of one inheritance firm, and it's that firm in Great Expectations. That's canon now. Sam Shatty there wishing she had rice porridge. God, me too. It sounds lovely, whatever it is. Hello, the Jolly Ollies, and hello, Lametta and Tinsel. Welcome both those teams. Looks like we might have quite a good turnout tonight, which is nice. We're all having a Christmas party. Marvelous. Hello 19 just eaten a lovely cottage pie her husband made. He's a star. He's looked after me brilliantly this year, as I have to shield. Could you say thank you for him? He's Dano on here. Dano! Hello 19 says a big thank you for the cottage pie and looking after her this year. And no doubt will also tell you in person. But just in case you don't understand, this is me backing up that thank you. Definitely thank you. That's what's happening here. 10 minutes until this quiz begins, folks. 10 minutes until this quiz begins. Paula says, oh God, Lametta, constant dramas in the 90s trying to prevent my cats from eating that stuff. I don't know what Lametta is. What's Lametta, everyone? Is it that brand of... Is it that one brand of suet that you get? I've been thinking about that because I was listening to the most festive thing, the Heston Blumenthal podcast episode on mince pies, which has just come out, which is lovely, as you'd expect. No, I think it's Adora he mentions. I mean, they go through this same process I'm going through. But it's true, isn't it? There is sort of one major suet brand in the UK. Folks, what's the main suet brand in your country? Let me know. Hello, Spider Tea, a partridge, and a pear tree. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Peyton. Thank you very much. Paula says, Lametta is thin strings of tinsel and it looks like shiny hair. It used to drape all over the Christmas tree. I'm going to look that up. Lametta tinsel. All right, so it's redirecting me to tinsel, so it's a kind of tinsel. Yes. Yes. Like a sort of tinsel rain. I'm with you. Asta M says, I do believe it's at least very similar, as I know it's a porridge. I'm not sure what the difference would be. Rice porridge is rice cooked with milk to make the porridge. Yeah, rice pudding, same sort of thing. And we associate it with... I don't think that we associate it with a particular kind of year, particular time of year, but it's a very sort of boarding school dessert here, rice pudding. Like quite a sort of 20th century thing. I don't think that I saw a recipe recently for a rice pudding that used coconut milk, and it was a sort of spiced rice pudding. So there must have been maybe cinnamon or rice porridge, as you say. Things like that. Catherine says suet is not available in the US, or at least not in North Carolina. Fascinating. I would have thought that it was. But then that's just because I assume that everyone's country is exactly like mine. But then, of course, we use it mainly for types of pies and pudding, which are very specific to this country. So why should suet be as readily available as it is here? Rice porridge is also served, says Damstati, hot, usually with cinnamon and sugar, and is eaten as a breakfast or even as a lunch. Imagine that, having a sweet lunch. Well, it sounds delicious. It sounds... I mean, that is how I generally have porridge. I like my porridge with cinnamon and sugar. Brown sugar is very nice on porridge. Now, there is a particular... Ooh, this is cooling down. I'm going to get a lid for the mulled apple juice. But bear with. There we go. Harold says the closest thing I can think of as widespread in the US suet is Crisco, which is vegetable shortening. Yes, and I think that we have the same issue here that you have with suet, in that Crisco is not widely available here. It's not in as ubiquitously, I think, because I've definitely seen recipes and gone, what on earth is this? We are going to get going in 6 minutes, folks. 6 minutes until we start. Rumley is enjoying the trench coat. Thank you very much. My family used to own a big book of trench coats. It was called The Big Book of Trench Coats, and they would leave it in the guest room so that like guest bedroom wasn't just a room where you stock guests. The guest room in the prison, in the cell. They'd leave it in the cell. So that people could look at trench coats if they wanted. But last time I checked, it had gone, and I was very sad. Meg, yes, every coat I wear is technically a trench coat. We'll start in 5 minutes, everyone. 5 minutes until this quiz begins. 5 minutes. For now, make sure that you've signed up over at tiny.cc/ftpubquiz812. FT, that's me, Felix Trench. 812 is the 8th of December. Hello, the Knuckleheads. Today playing under the name Rebel Without a Clause. Very good. Just the one Knucklehead tonight. Or this afternoon, I assume, where you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So make sure that you're signed up over at tiny.cc/ftpubquiz812 and drop a couple of quids in the quiz pot over at coffee.com/Felix Trench. 4 minutes till we start. 4 minutes. Hlu19 can't make out what's on the hat. It's a feather. There's a couple of feathers. They came with the hat. It is a cheaper hat than it looks. Hello, Chappy Hanukkah, or Happy. I see Happy Hanukkah, but with chuz. Very good. And hello, welcome back. Last week's winners, Mango, 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 coming to defend their title in as Christmassy a way as they know how. So what Christmassy things are we doing? If you are just joining us, I am recommending that you put on some music in the background to this, either on Spotify or YouTube or your hi-fi. Any of these. If you scroll up through the chat, players have been putting forward their ideas for songs that should be going on your Quizmas playlist. So have a look through there. There is perhaps more metal than you were expecting, unless you think of brass band music as metal, which I certainly do. I certainly do now. Or unless you're from Finland, where metal is quite common, apparently, in Christmas songs. Hello, Kim B. Thank you for dropping a couple of quid in the pot over at coffee.com/Felix Trench. And we will start in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, everyone. Make sure that you've got some way to answer these questions. You will need pen and paper or a pencil or something, or a shared sheet between you, a shared document, or perhaps a text chain or something like that. Maybe an email chain. Hey, if anyone's doing this with an email chain, 1, what are you doing? And 2, please tell us. Oh. I'm just getting a refill over here. God, it's so rare that I buy apple juice. Quite nice to just dunk an entire liter of apple juice in a pot. Rather than, when you buy a juice and you think, I fancy juice, because you rarely have juice. This might just be me. But you know that. And then you have to buy a whole thing of juice because you live alone. And you have it once, and then there's just juice in the fridge. You're like, I don't know what to do with that. I don't want juice again. Well, it's nice not to go through that. 2 minutes until we start, everyone. 2 minutes and still we start. Hello, Gabrielle. Peyton says that craving juice and never drinking it again is an extremely real thing. I know, right? 1 minute until we start, everyone. 1 minute to start. Make sure you're signed up over at tiny.cc/ftpubquiz812 and head to coffee.com/Felix Trench. Manticorgi have changed their names, courtesy of the Sugdens. Hello, Sugdens. To Felix Navidad, I guess we're saying. Hola, Felix Navidad. And hello, La Triviata. Welcome back, you guys. Kimberly asks whether I can buy individual juice boxes. Not of good juice. The individual juice boxes that you get will be the ones generally, I think, for children. Sort of have a lot of like added sugar. But a nice Tropicana or something doesn't have. I mean, I'm sure Tropicana has lots of added sugar as well. But yeah, I don't think you can get those. At least not here. It's 7:30. Well, cover me in goose fat and stick me in the oven. I'm your roast potato. Welcome to the quiz. Quiz is 2 rounds of 20 questions each, plus a picture round of 10 questions. The second round is harder than the first. The rules are as follows. Rule 1, no more than 6 players to a team. Rule 2, I'm always right. And Rule 3, no cheating, which in this quiz means no Googling, no Yahooing, no AltaVistaing, or whatever. There's 42 of you. An auspicious number if ever there was. Here we go. Question one, something nice and easy to get us into the festive spirit. What day of the week is Christmas Day this year? Question 1, what day of the week is Christmas Day, the 25th of December this year? Question 1. I want you to tell me what day of the week is Christmas Day this year. Folks, every single one of these questions is in some way Christmas themed. Occasionally, that is in a tenuous way. But you need to know that they are all Christmas themed. So if the question doesn't sound Christmas themed, very good chance the answer will be. Question 2 now. Question 2 is science. This is science. Specifically, genetics. TAS2R38 is a gene which produces a protein in about half the population. The protein combines with a chemical which you will find in what very European Christmas vegetable to produce a bitter taste. So there's a protein. It combines with a chemical to produce a bitter taste in a certain vegetable in about half the population. TAS2R38 is a gene which produces a protein which combines with a chemical found in a very European Christmas vegetable to produce a bitter taste for about half the population. That's question 2. Question 2, the TAS2R38 question. Question 3 now. Question 3 is television. Television. This is about New Year's Eve here, so the Christmas connection is New Year's Eve. Roll with it. In which country is an 18-minute black and white British sketch, which is not well known in the UK, called Dinner for One, broadcast every New Year's Eve? Now, this has since been extended to other countries as well, but there is one that originates it and is associated with this sketch. Which country popularized watching an 18-minute British black and white sketch called Dinner for One, which is not well known in the UK, every New Year's Eve? We are looking for the name of a country. Question 3. Which country popularized watching the 18-minute black and white sketch from the UK, not well known in the UK, Dinner for One, every New Year's Eve? CJ Lyons asks, what's the question in question 2? Seemed like a statement. I'm asking you what the name of the vegetable is, CJ. I'm going to put the question in the chat. for you. There you go. Question 3. Which country popularized the 18-minute British black and white sketch, which is not well known in the UK, called Dinner for One every New Year's Eve? Question 4 is geography. This is geography. Which island's capital is called Flying Fish Cove? It is also sometimes just referred to as the settlement, which I find very ominous. Question 4. Which island's capital is Flying Fish Cove? Question 4. Which island's capital is called Flying Fish Cove? CJ, you are very welcome. It was a complicated question, which I could perhaps have written more succinctly, but I didn't because it's 2020. Question 5 now. Question 5 is music. This is music. The music is Christmas carols. The carol is I Saw Three Ships. According to the carol I Saw Three Ships, the ships were sailing to Bethlehem. However, Bethlehem is inland and does not have a harbour. So, assuming that the ships, once they reached the shoreline, then decided to dig a channel to create a river which would allow them to sail to Bethlehem, which sea did they dig from, assuming they chose the sea that would create the shortest channel? Was it the Dead Sea or the Mediterranean? According to the song I Saw Three Ships, the ships were sailing to Bethlehem, which is inland. They therefore must have digged a channel, or dug a channel rather, to reach Bethlehem. Assuming they wanted to get there the shortest way possible, did they dig the channel from the Dead Sea or the Mediterranean? The answer is either Dead Sea or Mediterranean. Question 5. If the crew of a ship dug a channel to Bethlehem, would it be quicker to go from the Dead Sea or the Mediterranean? Is the question I'm asking you. Question 6 now. Question 6 is film. This is film. In what film does Tim Allen discover that his son is on the naughty list? In what film does Tim Allen discover that his son is on the naughty list? Daisy thinks that they were sailing from London. Let me have a quick look at the lyrics. It does not specify where they were sailing from, only two. In what film does Tim Allen discover that his son is on the naughty list? Question 7 now. Question 7. If you are in a Commonwealth country, you are probably aware that the Queen broadcasts a message every year on Christmas Day. The idea that the royal, the king or queen of the Commonwealth, currently Elizabeth II, reads a speech on Christmas Day, which is broadcast in all Commonwealth countries, was proposed by the founder of the BBC, John Reith. But to which king or queen did he propose this? Basically, I'm asking you, who gave the first royal Christmas speech? So the idea that the King or Queen of the Commonwealth, currently Elizabeth II, reads a speech on Christmas Day broadcast to all Commonwealth countries, BBC One, 3 o'clock, 25th of December, we certainly will be watching, and I expect you to as well. No matter where you are, I expect you to watch BBC One at 3 o'clock, whatever's on. Broadcast in all Commonwealth countries was proposed by Lord Reith, founder of the BBC. But to which monarch did he propose this? That's question 7, which I appear to have put under the category politics. This quiz is officially a royalist and an ardent one. I'm drinking so much sugar. I love it. Oh, I got a bit of lemon peel in this one. It's gonna be spicy. Question 8. Question 8 is language. Languages. Your language is Russian. Russian. I am going to put the question in the chat as well because it has some Cyrillic in it. What does the Russian word shelkuchnik translate as? What does the Russian word shelkuchnik translate as? Now, in a Latin transliteration, that gives SHCHELKUNCHIK. What does the word shelkuchnik translate as? I am putting that in the chat so that you can look at the spelling in both Russian, and the Roman alphabet. Cyrillic, I should say. What does the Russian word shelkuchnik translate as? That's question 8. Question 9 now. Question 9 is sport. This is sport. During World War I, there was famously a Christmas truce during which both sides played football. It only happened once. During which year of World War I was the Christmas truce? Question 9. In what year of World War I, the Great War, the First World War, was the Christmas truce? It's question 9. Commemorated, of course, in a supermarket advert, wasn't it? I can't remember which supermarket. Hey, Brits, there's no extra points for this, but if you can remember which supermarket did the Christmas truce advert, let me know. Question 9. In what year during World War I was the Christmas truce during which the opposing sides played football? Question 10 now. Question 10. This is celebrities. Celebrities. Florian Cloud de Boonville O'Malley Armstrong was born on the 25th of December 1971. She is better known as which British singer-songwriter? Florian Cloud de Boonville O'Malley Armstrong was born on the 25th of December 1971. She is better known as which singer-songwriter? Thank you to the Brits telling me that it's Sainsbury's. Oh, and hello, a couple more team have joined us. Hark the Herald Angels quiz, brackets badly. I'm sure that's not true. And hello, would Sal like to quiz deliciously? And we've sent us all her regrets and says, happy holidays. Please send our regrets right back from all 47 of us and say happy holidays to her as well, of course. But I'm asking you, Florian Cloud de Boonville O'Malley Armstrong, so that is Florian, then Cloud, then de D-E, and then Bouneville, then O'Malley, and then Armstrong, was born on the 25th of December, 1971. She's better known as which British singer-songwriter? Question 11. God, I've written a lot of long questions for this one. You can always tell a good quiz when you have to explain the question. Question 11 is history. This is history. I'm going to give you a quote. This is a quote by a 13-year-old, 1-3, writing in her diary in 1832. You tell me who wrote this. The quote goes, "After dinner, we then went into the drawing room. Near the dining room, there were 2 large round tables on which were placed 2 trees hung with lights and sugar ornaments, all the presents being placed round the trees." Who wrote that in her diary when she was 13 in 1832? I am going to take that quote and put it in the chat. It's too many characters. Oh no. So the quote goes, "After dinner, we went into the drawing room near the dining room. There were 2 large round trees on which were placed 2 large round tables, I beg your pardon, on which were placed 2 trees hung with lights and sugar ornaments, all the presents being placed round the trees." That is by a 13-year-old in 1832. Who is it? In 1832, which 13-year-old described this unusual scene in her diary? After dinner, we then went into the drawing room near the dining room. There were 2 large round tables on which were placed 2 trees hung with lights and sugar ornaments, all the presents being placed round the trees. That's question 11. Question 12 now. Question 12 is your alcohol question. Alcohol. Your alcohol this week's is Dickensian variations on mulled wine. I am going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible answers. I want you to tell me which of the following 5 Dickensian mulled wines is made with champagne. Is it Smoking Bishop? Is it Smoking Archbishop? Is it Smoking Beadle, Beadle? Is it Smoking Cardinal? Or is it Smoking Pope? Smoking Bishop, Smoking Archbishop, Smoking Beadle, Smoking Cardinal, or Smoking Pope? Which of those is made using champagne? This is a Dickensian mulled wine which uses champagne, mulled champagne. Smoking Bishop, Smoking Archbishop, Smoking Beadle, Smoking Cardinal, or Smoking Pope? Smoking Bishop, Smoking Archbishop, Smoking Beadle, Smoking Cardinal, or Smoking Pope? That's question 12. Question 13 now. Question 13 is brands. This is brands. Specifically, we are looking at advertising slogans. Which seasonal advertising slogan was abandoned by its brand in 2001 and then revived in 2007 after customers complained because they considered hearing it the start of the Christmas season? Which seasonal advertising slogan was abandoned by its brand in 2001, then revived in 2007 after the customers complained because they considered hearing it the start of the Christmas season? They missed it. That's question 13. Question 14 now. Question 14 is words. This is words. I'm going to give you 3 definitions. They are all noun definitions. You tell me the word that can mean all 3 of these. So what noun can refer to a song sung to a neighbor, a song sung to a tree, or mulled cider? What word can refer to a song sung to a neighbour, a song sung to a tree, or mulled cider? That's question 14. Question 14. What word can refer to a song sung to a neighbour, a song that is sung to a tree, or mulled cider? That is question 14. If you miss any of these questions, I will go through all of them again at the end of the first round. But we are looking for a word that can mean any of those three. Song sung to a neighbour, song sung to a tree, or mulled cider. Question 15 now. Question 15 is money. Money, I need to explain a little bit. Supermarkets here, and I'm sure where you are as well, tend to have a luxury line which always uses the same name. So Tesco Finest. Waitrose doesn't have that, but I think they go the other way and they have Essentials. And so on and so on. The Marks and Spencer one is collection. That's why there's the word collection in there. And this is money. Does the Marks and Spencer's collection chocolate and orange Christmas pudding, which serves 8, cost more or less than £15? This is according to the website. Does the Marks and Spencer's collection chocolate and orange Christmas pudding, which serves 8, cost more or less than £15? Let's find the conversion there for you. £15 to... That's $20 US. Or €16.50. Does the Marks and Spencer's collection chocolate and orange Christmas pudding cost more or less than 15 quid? Question 16 now. Question 16 is your London question. London. According to the book, in which London borough, which gives its name to a Zone 2 tube station, does Bob Cratchit live? According to the book, Christmas Carol, in which London borough does Bob Cratchit live? This borough gives its name to a Zone 2 tube station. It's question 16. In which London borough does Bob Cratchit live? And presumably the other Cratchits. Maybe he's got a pied-à-terre. I miss water. I think round 2 is going to be a water round. In which London borough, which gives its name to a Zone 2 tube station, does Bob Cratchit live? Question 17. Question 17 is food. This is food, and it's true or false? True or false? Traditionally, Stollen uses egg whites as a raising agent. Is that true or is that false? Traditionally, Stollen, the German Christmas loaf, uses egg whites as a raising agent. Is that true or is that false? Question 17, true or false? Stollen uses egg whites as a raising agent. Question 18 now. Question 18 is a Christmas cracker joke, which is standing in for the literature category. If you're not from these shores, you might not know that on Christmas Day, we sit down and we pull a thing which has 2 ends, and it goes bang, and a joke falls out. Here's your Christmas cracker joke. Why can't Christmas trees knit? That's question 18. Why can't Christmas trees knit, according to the Christmas cracker joke? This was in the Scotsman's 70 best Christmas cracker jokes ever. They know what they're talking about. They're the Scotsman. Question 18. Why can't Christmas trees knit, according to the Christmas cracker? Question 19 now, your penultimate question of this first round, question 19. In 2003, a cover of which Tears for Fears song became the UK Christmas #1? It beat the widely predicted winner at the time, The Darkness is Christmas Time. In 2003, a cover of which Tears for Fears song became the UK Christmas #1, beating the widely predicted winner, The Darkness is Christmas Time. What was the UK Christmas #1 in 2003? Eileen says that you have them in the US now too. Great. In 2003, a cover of which Tears for Fears song became the UK Christmas #1? And question 20 is your current affairs question. The current affairs is about getting early presents. What was the name of the second ever person to receive a COVID-19 vaccine outside of a clinical trial? This is Christmas because he got a present. Or she, I guess. Question 20. What was the name of the second ever person to receive a COVID-19 vaccine outside of a clinical trial? That's question 20. And that is all the questions in round 1. I'm going to go through them again. I'm going to go through them quicker. Question 1. What day of the week is Christmas Day this year? Question 2. TAS2R38 is a gene which produces a protein in about half the population, which combines with a chemical in what very European Christmas vegetable to create a bitter flavour? Question 3. Which country popularised watching the 18-minute British black and white sketch, which is not well known in the UK, Dinner for One, every New Year's Eve? Question 4. Which island's capital is Flying Fish Cove? Question 5. According to the carol I Saw Three Ships, the ships were sailing to Bethlehem, which is inland. Assuming the ships, once they reach shore, were going to dig a channel through the earth to then reach their destination, would they reach it sooner if they started digging from the Dead Sea or the Mediterranean? Question 6. In what film does Tim Allen discover that his son is on the naughty list? Question 7. The idea for the Queen or King of the Commonwealth reading a speech on Christmas Day broadcast in all Commonwealth countries was proposed by Lord Reith, founder of the BBC. To which King or Queen, though? Question 8. What does the Russian word Shelkuchnik translate as? Question 9. In what year during World War I was the Christmas truce, during which the opposing sides played football? Question 10. Florian Cloud de Bounville O'Malley Armstrong was born on the 25th of December 1971. She is better known as which British singer-songwriter? Question 11. In 1832, which 13-year-old described this unusual scene in her diary? After dinner, we then went into the drawing room near the dining room. There were 2 large round tables on which were placed 2 trees hung with lights and sugar ornaments, all the presents being placed under the trees, round the trees, beg your pardon. Question 12. Which of these Dickensian mulled wines is made with champagne? Smoking bishop, smoking archbishop, smoking beadle, smoking cardinal, or smoking pope? Question 13. Which seasonal advertising slogan was abandoned by its brand in 2001, then brought back in 2007 after customers complained that they considered hearing it at the start of the Christmas season? Question 14. What word can refer to a song sung to a neighbour, a song sung to a tree, or mulled cider? Question 15. Does the Marks and Spencer Collection chocolate and orange Christmas pudding, serves 8, cost more or less than £15? Question 16. In which London borough, which gives its name to a Zone 2 tube station, does Bob Cratchit live? Question 17. True or false? Traditionally, Stollen uses egg whites as a raising agent. Question 18. Christmas cracker joke. Why can't Christmas trees knit? Question 19. In 2003, a cover of which Tears for Fears song became the UK Christmas #1, beating the widely predicted winner, The Darkness is Christmas Time? And question 20 is the early presents question. What was the name of the second ever person to receive a COVID-19 vaccine outside of a clinical trial? And that is all of the questions in round 1. I am going to give you 5. I wish I had some sleigh bells, but I don't. 4. 3. 2. 1. Pens down! Pens down! Pick up your marking pens. I always stumble at this bit because I am so programmed from live quizzing to then say, turn to the team nearest you and swap sheets. But you can't do that because there is no team nearest you. So pick up your marking pens. Here come the answers to round 1. Question 1, what day of the week is Christmas Day this year? It's Friday. Friday. Gotta get Christmassy on Friday. Friday. Question 2, TS2R38 creates a protein which combines with a chemical to make a bitter taste in Brussels sprouts. Sprouts. Question 2, the answer is sprouts. Question 3, dinner for one is most ubiquitously associated with Germany. Germany. It's an 18-minute sketch in which a man gets more and more drunk and was an end of the pier sketch, eventually translated to TV. Question 3 is Germany. Excuse me. Question 4. Question 4. The island whose capital is Flying Fish Cove is Christmas Island. Christmas Island, which is an Australian dependency. Christmas Island. Question 5. The ships would get to Bethlehem sooner if they started digging from the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea, it's a bit closer, it's a bit further east. The Dead Sea. Question 6. Question 6. In what film does Tim Allen discover that his son's on the naughty list? It's The Santa Claus 2. The Santa Claus 2. Question 7. The Santa Claus 2. Samashati says, I keep forgetting not everybody considers Christmas Eve as the actual Christmas. Samashati, if that is your tradition and you put Thursday, who am I to rob you of that point? Mark it right. Question 7. The Christmas speech was proposed to and first read by George V. George V. It was originally proposed in 1922, but he declined because he thought radio was a bit silly, and then he started doing it from 1932. Question 8. Shelkuchnik translates as the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker. Question 9. The Christmas truce happened in 1914, the first year. 1914. Question 10. Florian Cloud Bunviai O'Malley Armstrong, better known as Dido. Dido. Question 10, Dido. Question 11. In 1832, the 13-year-old that described this unusual scene, but was quite influential and brought it to the rest of certainly the UK, is Victoria, then Princess. Princess Victoria. CJ Lyons asks if I can get a point for Just George. No, you may not. Absolutely not. There's many Georges. Question 12. The Dickensian mulled wine I was after, the one that uses champagne, is Smoking Cardinal. Smoking Cardinal is mulled wine with champagne. Question 13. The seasonal advertising slogan is the Coca-Cola one. It's holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. Alternatively, sometimes the holidays are coming. Question 14. The word I was after was wassail. Wassail. Here we go. We're wassailing. Wassail. Question 15. The Marks & Spencer's collection chocolate and orange Christmas pudding serves 8, costs less than £15. It costs £12. Less. Question 16. Bob Cratchit lives in Camden Town, or just Camden, as it is known. Camden Town. Question 17. True or false? Stollen uses egg whites. That is false. It uses yeast. False. CJ Lyon says, I'm no good with numbers. I just put the Santa Claus and George. Well, you'll need to get a numbers person, I guess, on your team, because those are both wrong. False. Question 18. The Christmas cracker there. Why can't Christmas trees knit? They always drop their needles. I will accept they always lose their needles, or anything that conveys that message. Something about dropping or losing needles. Question 19. The cover of the Tears for Fears song, the Tears for Fears song that is now associated in the UK with Christmas, is Mad World. Mad World. In fact, it's the one from Donnie Darko. Mad World. And question 20. The second person to ever receive a COVID-19 vaccine is the man who has quickly become the most famous person to ever be called William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, second person to ever get a COVID-19 vaccine. And that is all of the questions in round 1. Clue 19 also had the Santa Claus falling into my devious trap. All the questions in round 1. I'm going to give you the answers again. You please go and put your scores in the sign-up sheet. Question 1, Friday. Question 2, Brussels sprouts. Question 3, Germany. Question 4, Christmas Island. Question 5, the Dead Sea. Question 6, the Santa Claus 2. Question 7, George V. Question 8, the Nutcracker. Question 9, 1914. Question 10, Dido. Question 11, Victoria. Question 12, Smoking Cardinal. Question 13, Holidays Are Coming. Question 14, Wassail. Question 15, Less. Question 16, Camden Town. Question 17, False. Question 18, They Always Drop Their Needles. Question 19, Mad World. And question 20, William Shakespeare. Let's see how you're doing after that. So already 15 for the Devon team, 15-2 for Felix Navidad, but 17 for Memoirs of a Festive House Mouse, and 17 of Nicholas Lyndhurst. Well done, both of those. Mango, 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 last week's winners, now on 15 in joint second place. 8 for the Canacle Heads, 12 for Wouldst Thou Like to Quiz Deliciously, 11 for Wishing You All a Healthy and Happy Christmas Season, and 8 for Sweet, Sweet Happy Holidays All. Waiting on a couple of teams to put in their scores. Oh, sorry, that was 11 for Lumilichti, the Snow Lantern. Just waiting on a couple more. Coming in. 14 for Hark the Herald's Angels Quiz. $15 for Marley Was Dead. So it looks like, unless we get a score to beat that, it looks like the leaders at the end of round 1 are Memoirs of a Festive House Mouse and Nicholas Lyndhurst, both on 17. Well done, both of you. Folks, we are going to have ourselves a merry little break. You have 10 minutes, but in that 10 minutes, I would like you to look at the picture round you have to the end of the quiz to solve this. It's at tiny.cc/FT picture round 812. What you have there are my 10 favorite albums, but I have scrambled the names so that they are all anagrams. I want you to solve the anagrams of my 10 favorite albums, and I will give you the answers at the end of the quiz. So solve the anagrams of those 10 Christmas albums. And at the end of the quiz, we'll find out right. Oh, Trying Our Best got 13. All right, folks. Here's the music for you. I will see you. It's now 10 past 8. I'll see you at 20 past. quiz.
escape from the news. Pub quiz, drink our virtual booze. Pub quiz, but not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you live in a pub. You don't stretch.
Four minutes, everyone. 4 minutes. My hope is that you're looking at the picture round over at tiny.cc/FD picture round 812. Solving the anagrams. Or maybe you've taken a break. Maybe you've taken a break to go and get some Christmas refreshments. If so, let me know what they are. Do make sure to go to coffee.com/Felix Trench. Drop a couple of quid per player in the jar. We'll get going again with round 2 in 3 minutes. The maths question next. Look forward to that. Asta has left us because they have to get up in 6.5 hours. Fair enough. Thank you for being with us, Asta. Have a good night. Probably already gone. Oh, and hello. The Christmas PJs, mulled wine, and historically inaccurate information on the crown. Who have 10 points. Thank you for joining us. All right, folks, start coming back. Start heading back to your sofas, your chairs, wherever you are. We're going to get going in just a minute. And that is 20 past 8. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to round 2. Round 2 of the quiz is now in session. This is round 2, the fun round. And we begin round 2 with question 21. This is question 21, the maths question. The maths question. Assuming the maids are milking, each brought one cow with them, by the 12th day of Christmas, how many cows will my true love have and need to find room for? Assuming that the maids are milking, each brought a cow with them by the 12th day of Christmas, how many cows total will my true love own and need to find room for? I mean, I guess the cows belong to the maids, but I think the true love is still going to need to find some stabling. Do cows go in a stable? A dairy, certainly. A paddock? Question 21. Assuming the maids are milking, each brought one cow with them by the 12th day of Christmas, how many cows will my true love have total and need to find room for? That's question 21, the maths question. Question 22 is geography. This is geography. What is the largest country by area in which Christmas Day is not a public holiday? Question 22. What's the largest country in which Christmas Day is not a public holiday? It's question 2. Question 22. What is the largest country in which Christmas Day is not a public holiday? Question 23 now. Question 23 is food. This is food. In which university is brandy butter known as Senior Wrangler sauce? Wrangler, Wrangler. In which university is brandy butter known as Senior Wrangler sauce? That's question 23. In which university do they call brandy butter Senior Wrangler sauce? Question 24 now. Question 24. This is music. Music. In 1973, folk rock band Steel Eye Span reached number 14 in the UK singles chart with a cover of what song entirely in Latin? Question 24. In 1973, Steel Eye Span reached number 14 in the singles chart with a cover of what song sung entirely in Latin? That's question 24. Catherine Adam asking how many cows. I'm assuming that each maid has one cow. In 1973, folk rock band Steel Eye Span reached number 14 in the UK singles chart with a cover of what song entirely in Latin? Question 25. Question 25. In December, the BBC awards Sports Personality of the Year, the most Christmassy programme on our televisions, of course. Which man, who is younger than me, is the only person to have won BBC Sports Personality of the Year 3 times? Which man, who is younger than me, is the only person to have won BBC Sports Personality of the Year 3 times? That's question 25. Who's the only person to have won Sports Personality of the Year 3 times? It's a man. He's younger than me. Frustrating, isn't it? Question 26 now. Question 26 is music. It's Christmas carols. In the Carol of the Bells, what is the chemical symbol of the bells? Question 26. In the Carol of the Bells, what's the chemical symbol of the bells? Question 26. In the Carol of the Bells, what is the chemical symbol of the bells? Question 27 is language. That language is American. Which American variant name for Father Christmas is derived from the Pennsylvania Dutch for Christ Child? Which American variant name for Father Christmas is derived from the Pennsylvania Dutch for Christ Child? That's question 27. Question 27. Which American variant for Father Christmas is derived from the Pennsylvania Dutch for Christ Child? Question 28 now. This is question 28, and it is film. This is film and music. The chorister Peter Auty, A-U-T-Y, sang the film version of which Christmas song? Question 28. The chorister Peter Auty sang the film version of which Christmas song? That's question 28. Question 29 now. Question 29 is musical instruments. This is instruments. In the usually unsung verse, second verse rather, of which Christmas carol, the name of which is a command to an instrument, do we meet the character Miss Fanny Bright? Miss Fanny Bright is a character in A Christmas Carol in the second verse, which is rarely sung. What's the name of the carol? The name of the carol is a command to an instrument. Question 29. In the often unsung second verse of which Christmas carol, the name of which is a command to an instrument, do we meet Miss Fanny Bright? Nicky James asking for 28 again. I'm going to pop it in the chat. But question 29, in the often unsung second verse of which Christmas carol, the name of which is a command to an instrument, do we meet Miss Fanny Bright? Question 30 is art. This is art. Which artist's works include Santa and Scouts in Snow, Santa with Expense Book, and Santa with Elves? Which artists' works include the artworks Santa and Scouts in Snow, Santa and Expense Book, and Santa with Elves? That's question 30. Which artists' works include Santa and Scouts in Snow, Santa with Expense Book, and Santa with Elves? That's question 30. And that means we are 4/5 of the way through the quiz, everyone. 10 questions left. You are doing terribly and Christmasically well. Question 31. Question 31 is plants. This is plants. It's Christmas trees. In the UK, what is the most popular type of Christmas tree? Is it the Nordman fir, the white spruce, the lodgepole pine, or the deodara cedar? Nordman fir, Nordmann fir, white spruce, lodgepole pine, Lodgepole pine, deodara cedar, Deodara cedar. In the UK, what's the most popular type of Christmas tree? Is it the Nordman fir, the white spruce, the lodgepole pine, or the deodara cedar? The Nordman fir, the white spruce, the lodgepole pine, or the deodara cedar? That's question 31. One of those four. Fir, spruce, pine, or cedar? Question 32. Question 32 is television. This is television. 1 Hour in Wonderland was a bizarre 1950 hour-long Christmas program designed to promote the upcoming film Alice in Wonderland. Who hosted it? Question 32. 1 Hour in Wonderland. It was a 1950 Christmas program. It lasted about an hour. It was designed to promote the upcoming film Alice in Wonderland. But who hosted it? That is question 32. Question 32. 1 Hour in Wonderland was a very strange 1950 hour-long Christmas program designed to promote the upcoming Alice in Wonderland, but who hosted it? Question 33 now. Question 33 is film. This is film. In The Muppets Christmas Carol, which carol is sung by the Swedish chef and some grapes? In The Muppets Christmas Carol, which carol is sung by the Swedish chef and some grapes? That's question 33. Question 33. In Muppet Christmas Carol, which carol is sung by the Swedish chef and some grapes? Question 34 now. Question 34 is animals. Animals. I'm going to give you the scientific name of an animal. You tell me the animal. The scientific name is Streptopelia turtur. That is spelt Streptopelia. Then new word Turtur. Streptopelia. Turtur is the scientific name of which animal? Streptopelia turtur. Question 34. Streptopelia turtur is the scientific name of what Christmassy animal? That's question 34. Question 35 now. Question 35 is your supernatural question, which is handy because Christmas is a time for ghosts. Which Vice-Chancellor of the University of Cambridge's Christmas ghost stories have been widely adapted in television and radio? Which Vice-Chancellor of the University of Cambridge's Christmas ghost stories have been widely adapted in television and radio? Question 35. Question 35. Which Vice-Chancellor of the University of Cambridge's Christmas ghost stories have been widely adapted? Five questions left yet. 5 questions left, folks. Question 36. Question 36 is music. This is music. According to Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney and Wings, how long have the choir of children been practicing their song, which goes, I've got it here, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding ooh, ooh ooh, toot toot, toot toot, toot toot. According to Paul McCartney and Wings, how long have the choir of children been practicing their song? That's question 36. Question 36. According to Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney and Wings, how long have the choir of children been practicing their song? Question 37 now. Question 37 is another Christmas cracker. Again, from the Scotsman's 70 Best Christmas Cracker Jokes. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Question 37. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? That is question 37. Question 37. What do you get if you cross a snowman with a vampire? Question 37. Question 38 is literature. This is literature. Which poet and author wrote the story The Fir Tree? about a Christmas tree whose expectations are continually let down until it is finally cut up and burned? Question 38. Which poet and author wrote The Fir Tree, about a Christmas tree whose expectations are continually let down until it is eventually cut up and burned? That's question 38. Question 38. Which poet and author wrote The Fir Tree? Question 39. Question 39 is music. This is music. In which Christmas carol is the longest letter the O in Gloria? In which Christmas carol is the longest letter the O in Gloria? That's question 39. That is your penultimate question. In which Christmas carol is the longest letter the O in Gloria? And question 40, your final question of this quiz, is current affairs. Current affairs. At the minute on social media, a number of unions are debating whether which hardworking person is a part of their union. None of these unions seem inclined to just look it up on the membership register. We are looking for the name of the person. A number of unions are debating on social media whether which hard-working person is a member of their union. Who is it? As far as I can make out, this debate was begun by the Fire Brigades Union, who claimed them first. I believe the Communication Workers Union have chimed in, as have Equity. A number of unions are debating on social whether which hardworking person is a part of their membership. That is question 40, your current affairs question, and that is all of the questions in round 2. I'm going to give you all of those questions again, and then we're going to do the answers. So, question 21. This is a maths question. Assuming the maids are milking each brought one cow with them, by the 12th day of Christmas, how many cows total will my true love have and need to find room for? Question 22. Question 22. What's the largest country in which Christmas Day is not a public holiday? Question 23. In which university is brandy butter known as Senior Wrangler sauce? Question 24. In 1973, folk rock band Steel Eye Span reached number 14 in the UK singles chart with a cover of what song entirely in Latin? Question 25. Which man, who is younger than me, is the only person to have won BBC Sports Personality of the Year 3 times? Question 26. In the Carol of the Bells, what is the chemical symbol of the bells? Question 27. Which American variant name for Father Christmas is derived from the Pennsylvania Dutch for Christ Child? Question 28. The chorister Peter Orty sang the film version of which Christmas song? Question 29. In the often unsung second verse of which Christmas carol, the name of which is a command to an instrument, do we meet the character Miss Fanny Bright? Question 30. Which artists' works include Santa and Scouts in Snow, Santa and Expense Book, and Santa with Elves? Question 31. In the UK, what is the most popular type of Christmas tree? Is it the Nordman fir, the white spruce, the lodgepole pine, or the deodara cedar? Question 32. 1 Hour in Wonderland was a bizarre 1950 hour-long Christmas program designed to promote the upcoming Alice in Wonderland. Who hosted it? Question 23. In the Muppet Christmas Carol, what carol is sung by the Swedish chef and some grapes? Question 34. Streptopelia turtur is the scientific name for what Christmassy animal? Question 35. Christmas time is time for ghosts. Which Vice Chancellor of the University of Cambridge's Christmas ghost stories have been widely adapted? Question 36. According to Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney and Wings, how long have the choir of children been practicing their song? Question 37. Christmas cracker joke. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Question 38. Which poet and author wrote The Fir Tree, about a Christmas tree that keeps being let down and is eventually cut up and burned? Question 39. In which Christmas carol is the longest letter the O in Gloria? And question 40. A number of unions are debating on social right now whether which hardworking person is a part of their membership. None of them seemed inclined to check. And that is all the questions in the quiz. You have got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, pens down. Stop writing in green ink and start marking in red ink. It's time for the Christmas answers. Question 21. Question 21. Assuming the maids are milking each brought one cow with them by the 12th day of Christmas, how many cows will my true love have? Well, it's 8 days, 8 maids are milking on the 8th day of Christmas. But then those 8, he brings another 8 maids are milking on the 9th day of Christmas, another on the 10th, another 8 on the 11th, and another 8th on the 12th. So between the 2nd and 6th of January, in total, 40 cows. There are 40 cows as part of the ongoing gift giving. 40 is the answer. Question 22. The largest country in which Christmas Day is not a public holiday is China. China. Question 23. Senior Wrangler is a specific title at the University of Cambridge. The Senior Wrangler is the person who graduates with the highest ranking degree in mathematics that year. Senior Wrangler Sauce is named after the Senior Wrangler at the University of Cambridge. Cambridge. Question 24. In 1973, folk rock band Steel Eye Span reached number 40 in the UK singles chart with the best carol, Gaudete. It is one of only 3 songs to reach the top 50, written entirely in Latin, and the other 2 are by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Gaudete. Question 25. The only man to win BBC Sports Personality of the Year 3 times is Andy Murray. Andy Murray. Question 26. Question 26. In the Carol of the Bells, the chemical symbol of the bells is Ag. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells. Silver, it's Ag. Oh, we have a challenge on Christmas Day. Let me check. Hold, please, everyone. Christmas in Russia is celebrated on the 25th of December in the Julian calendar or the 7th of January in the Gregorian calendar and commemorates the birth of Jesus Christ, blah, blah, blah. Public holiday was re-established in 91. I am sticking to China, folks. That is a calendar dispute. So, where were we? Question 26, Carol of the Bells, chemical symbol is AG. Question 27, the American variant name for Father Christmas is derived from the Pennsylvania Dutch for Christ Child. Pennsylvania Dutch is a variant of German, and in German-speaking countries and traditions, presents are brought by Christkindl, the Christ Child. Baby Jesus brings the presents, which gives us Kris Kringle. Kris Kringle is what I was after. Kris Kringle. Question 28. The chorister Peter Orty sang Walking in the Air from The Snowman. The Aled Jones version was later recorded separately for the charts, but Aled Jones is incorrectly remembered as the singer of Walking in the Air. It is Peter Orty, Walking in the Air. Question 29. The instrument that I was after was bells. That song is Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells. Again, frequently misinterpreted as a type of bell. It is in fact an imperative verb. Bells you must jingle, because that is a high-speed, high-stakes drinking song about going too fast on a sleigh. Therefore, having the bells ring out to warn people. Miss Fanny Bright ends up in a snowdrift, if you're interested. Jingle Bells. Question 30, Santa and Scouts and Snow, Santa and Spencer and Santa with Elves, all by Norman Rockwell. Norman Rockwell, the American artist, Norman Rockwell. Question 31, in the UK, the most popular type of Christmas tree is the Nordman fir. The Nordman fir, closely followed by the Scotch pine, but it's the Nordman fir beats it, which is the sort of attractively dumpy trees that you see, which are native to the Caucasus region and presumably imported for Christmas. Nordman fir. Question 32. 1 Hour in Wonderland was hosted by Walt Disney. Hosted by Walt Disney, and it had the actress who played Alice in it, dressed up as Alice. It was very odd. Question 33. In The Muppet Christmas Carol, the Swedish chef sings Deck the Halls. He sings it in Swedish chef language, and then the grapes go the fa-la-la-la bit. It's during the Fezziwig scene, the Fozziwig scene. Question 33, Deck the Halls. Question 34, Streptopelia turtur. The turtur is really your clue there, because that will give you the word turtle, because it's turtle dove. Turtle dove, question 34, 2 turtle doves. Question 35, Christmas Ghost Stories from Ghost Stories of an Antiquary by M.R. James, author of Whistle I'll Come to You and all of those. M.R. James. Question 36. According to Wonderful Christmas Time, that song, the children have been practicing. The children have been practicing all year long. 1 year. 1 year. Do it again. Get it perfect all year long. Question 37. What'd you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. Frostbite is the answer that I was after there. Frostbite. Question 39. Question 38, rather. Question 38. The author of The Fir Tree is Hans Christian Andersen. Hans Christian Andersen is question 38. Hans Christian Andersen. Question 39. The Christmas Carol with the O in Gloria. That's the bit that goes Gloria, Hosanna in excelsis, and so on, from Ding Dong Merrily on High. Ding Dong Merrily on High is what I was after there. And question 40. The unions are debating whether or not Father Christmas is a member of their union. I think the Postal Workers Union probably have the best claim on that, personally. But Father Christmas. I'm going to give you all of those answers again. I'm going to go through them quicker. You put your scores in the sign-up sheet. Question 21. 40. Question 22, China. Question 23, Cambridge. Question 24, Gaudete. Question 25, Andy Murray. Question 26, AG. Question 27, Chris Kringle. Question 28, Walking in the Air. Question 29, Jingle Bells. Question 30, Norman Rockwell. Question 31, Nordman Fur. Question 32, Walt Disney. Question 33, Deck the Halls. Question 34, Turtle Dove. Question 35, M.R. James. Question 36, All Year Long. Question 37, Frostbite. Question 38, Hans Christian Andersen. Question 39, Ding Dong Merrily on High. And question 40, Father Christmas. Right, how did you do after that? All right, already Felix Navidad doing very well there. They've got 18 points. So far they are winning round 2, but 17 for House Mouse brings them up to 34, pulling just ahead of Felix Navidad. 14 for Mango. 12 for Was I Like to Quiz Deliciously, equaling their first round score. Right, no one yet ahead of Memoirs of a Festive House Mouse. Looks like they are the team to beat, but of course, Felix Navidad only just behind them. 14-17 for Nicholas Lindhouse, bringing them up to 31. 31 also for Marley Was Dead. Exciting to be doing this quiz. Trying our best and happy to be merry and bright. Always a team worth keeping an eye on. They have a tendency to score high. 14 for Hark the Herald Angels Quiz Badly, up to 28. 12 for With Our Last Quiz Deliciously, bringing them up to 24. 12 also for Christmas PJs, bringing them 13 for Christmas PJs, bringing them up to 23. And yes, indeed, 18 for Trying Our Best Happy to Be Merry and Bright, who are brought up to 31 because they had 13 in round 1. So winners of the round 2, unless the Jolly Ollies are going to come along and surprise us, are Trying Our Best and Felix Navidad. But the winners so far are Memoirs of a Festive House Mouse. Well done, all of you. But that's not all. I have given you a picture round. Oh, hang on. I've got another challenge. Can we get Angels We Have Heard on High for 39? It also has Long Gloria. Angels We Have Heard on High. It's definitely a song by Pentatonics. I do not know Angels We Have Heard on High. And it is also a song listed in churchofjesuschrist.org. Name's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Written 1862. Melody Gloria by Edward Shippen Barnes. Let's have a listen. Oh, I know this. Yeah, you can have that. Okay, folks. I gave you 10 Christmas albums. I feel like I know that song from something else. That tune. 10 Christmas albums. Solve the anagrams, please. I'm going to refresh that because it's pixelating for me. Yeah, you really need to zoom in on this one, didn't you? Okay, so we started with Steps. This was their 4th studio album, but their first Christmas album, Plug Rot Withheld. That solves to Light Up the World. Picture 1, the Steps album, Light Up the World. Picture 2 there, picture 2, Bing Crosby Mishears Twitch, is actually Bing Crosby's White Christmas. God, I'd buy Bing Crosby's Mishears Twitch. White Christmas. Picture 3 then. Picture 3. The Beach Boys' Mrs. Butch Salami. Mrs. Butch Salami solves as Christmas album. Christmas album. Picture 3, Christmas album. Picture 4, CeeLo's magnetic mom. That gives you CeeLo's magic moment. Picture 4, magic moment. Picture 5, the classic New Kids on the Block asymmetric ers. A lesson for us all. That gives us Merry Merry Christmas. The New Kids on the Block album there. Merry Merry Christmas. Picture 6. Well, helpful if you recognize that as Johnny Cash. A Chaos Witches Rhythm Gins gives you Christmas with Johnny Cash. Picture 6. Christmas with Johnny Cash. Picture 7. The Hanson Christmas album Do New Sin is actually Hanson Snowed In. Snowed In. Picture 8 there, Hilary Duff with Lacuna Sealants. Lacuna Sealants. We all need some Lacuna Sealants from time to time. Gives us Santa Claus Lane. Santa Claus Lane. Picture 9. Picture 9, Mr. Bieber there. Determine the Lotus. Gives you Justin. What I've done there is I've just written the question. That gives you Justin Bieber Under the Mistletoe. Under the Mistletoe. And picture 10, your final one, Boys II Men Christmas album, was called Christmas Interpretations. Christmas Interpretations. I'm going to give you all of those again. You go put your scores in the sheet. Picture 1, Light Up the World. Picture 2, White Christmas. Picture 3, Christmas album. Picture 4, Magic Moment. Picture 5, Merry Merry Christmas. Picture 6, Christmas with Johnny Cash. Picture 7, Snowed In. Picture 8, Santa Claus Lane. Picture 9, Under the Mistletoe. And picture 10, Christmas Interpretations. So, already I can see a few 10s in there. Devon Bourne, Prince of Peace, have a 10, 5 for Sweet Sweet Happy Holidays, all 9 for Trying Our Best and Happy to Be. That could be a winning score, bring them up to 40, but no. 9 for Felix Navidad and 9 for Memoirs of Festive House Mouse. 42, so 43 there for Festive House Mouse. That's going to be tricky to beat. 41 though for Nicholas Lyndhurst. 9 for Marley Was Dead. There's a 10 there. Quizbro Euro had got 10, bring them up to 28. 10 for Christmas PJs, bring them up to 33. 10 also for Spider Tea and a Partridge, which brings us all to the inescapable conclusion. We welcome them back and we congratulate them. 43 points. The Quizmas winners are Memoirs of a Festive House Mouse. Congratulations! You have done extremely well. Extremely well. Those are some very high scores indeed. 17, a 17, and a 9. But there is also the matter of the best team name. And I'm going to give best team name to the team who have written, "This is hard if you don't celebrate Christmas." Congratulations, happy Hanukkah! You win best team name and apologies and sympathy. Thank you all very much for playing. This has been the last quiz of the year. I will be back in 2021. It will be either the 12th or the 19th, basically depending on what train I get. I will let you all know closer to the time. Keep an eye on me, but specifically my social media. Please not in real life. That would be terrifying. And I'll see you in the new year. Have a wonderful festive period. Have a wonderful Christmas. Have a wonderful new year. and indeed rest of your weeks. Thank you all very much. Please don't forget to head to ko-fi.com/Felix Trench, and hopefully see you in 2021. Goodbye.